Yo, what's up guys, it's Suraj from Tech Devoted, and if you follow me on Twitter, you probably know I recently bid adieu to my beloved Redmi 2 Prime, aka my first smartphone ever, and upgraded to the brand new Redmi Note 4. I've got the dark grey 4GB Indian retail unit variant, shout out to Jai Kapoor, and I've been using it for about 48 hours now, and I figured why not share my first impressions on it. Without wasting any more time, let's jump right into the video. Bear in mind, everything I speak will be with reference to the Redmi 2 Prime because that is what I've upgraded from. So on day 1, I wasn't able to use this phone as much as I would have liked to, simply because I was in class for the better part of the day, but when I did use it, I was basically transferring files from my Redmi 2 using Mi Mover, which if you didn't already know is a really handy tool exclusive to Mi devices to switch between phones. I was able to transfer all my apps, photos, etc. from my old Redmi 2 to this new RN4 within a few hours and with no more than a few clicks. Neat. This phone has a fingerprint scanner which my old phone lacked, so this was a welcome addition for me, and setting it up was really easy and quick. I've used the OnePlus 3 and Pixel and other big flagships, and what I noticed in my initial time is setting up fingerprints on this is way faster than it was on any of those phones. That's a plus. However, it doesn't seem to be that accurate. You need to place your finger very accurately to be able to get in. When this thing has a 5.5-inch display versus a 4.7-inch one on my Redmi 2, so it took me a while to get used to. Still getting used to it, in fact. Not really a big fan of 5 or 5+ inchers, but after having used it for a while, I think it's growing on me. It's full HD resolution, which again is a bump from the 720p on my old Redmi 2, and most people would say the difference is unnoticeable, but trust me, I could feel that the RN4 just had a straight up better display, even if I wasn't comparing it to the Redmi 2 side by side. Or maybe that's just how my mind likes to conceive it. Day 2 is when I actually got the chance to start using this more intensively. Multitasking, content consumption, social media, things I generally do, and I could have like 20 to 25 apps open and it still wouldn't fret. Maybe that's because it's a new phone, I don't know, we'll have to see how this will hold up in the long run. Oh, and by the way, for those wondering, on the first boot I had about 2.7GB of the 4GB RAM available. Speaking of cameras, I haven't had a chance to test it out in different conditions as yet, so I can't really say for sure how it fares, but the few pics I took with it turned out decent. One thing I can say for sure though is video recording on this tops out at 1080p. Like, seriously? I thought 4K shooting on smartphones had become a common thing. But I've also heard a bunch of people say if you use a third-party application, you can record 4K. Gotta check that out, but it doesn't make sense to me. Why isn't 4K recording available in the stock camera app? Anyway, let's talk battery life, and in a nutshell, so far it's been incredible. Sort of expected, but we're looking at around 6 to 7 hours of screen on time on medium usage. I think that's really good. Obviously, I'll need to put the phone through its paces before I can give you my final verdict on the battery. But man, so far it's been incredible, and even standby times are nothing short of spectacular. I could leave the phone idle for 12 hours and its battery would only drain by 2 or 3%. That's as good as the iPhone. Damn. Finally, I want to talk about the IR Blaster, and man, this thing is so much fun to use. For those unaware, if your phone has an IR Blaster, you can control electronics like televisions, air conditioners, washing machines, and so on. I've been using this to control my TV, and it's really cool. You can even use it to prank your brother or sister, whoever it is. I just think it's cool, and other phones should have this as well. But the bottom line is, so far in the 48 hours that I've been using this device for, I've been really satisfied. But obviously that isn't my final verdict. Subscribe for the dedicated reviews, they're coming soon. It's been Suraj. Thanks so much for watching. Take it easy and stay devoted.